Well, this morning I had a little box arrive, and most people will know I decided to go into network radio, and I've had an Enrico TM7 for about a week. It'll be a week this Friday. And I liked it, so I thought I'd buy a mobile version, but I couldn't afford to spend an awful lot. This came in the post this morning, described as used, but to be honest with you, it's new to look at, so I don't think it was used much anyway. What this device is just bring that down a bit. It's a Shure F25, and that's it here. And if I turn it over, it's got a belt clip. There's PTT. It's also got that funny looking microphone thing. It'll run on Wi-Fi or a SIM card. I got a SIM card for it. It's got two cameras, one on the back, one on the front. I was told there was no charger. It just came in 3 pieces in the bag. The handset, the battery, the antenna. But lucky for me, in my drawer I had a faulty tablet that I bought new. I had the tablet 2 weeks. I was so angry with it, I threw it into a dustbin. Well, I put it over my knee first and virtually broke the thing in half. And I had this brand new wall wart left, 5 volts, which is what this needs. So what I'm going to do is put this on, and you just press the button and it will start to load up any second. As you can see, it's loading up. I've got it on Zello, and I've got it on what do they call it? Oh dear, Echolink running on it. A bit loud in Echolink. Turn the volume down to the minimum. It's still quite loud. For some reason it says app permission management. I don't need that. If I touch Zello twice, oh, it's coming on. You don't need that indoors. That portable little aerial. And it's on Zello at the moment. Doesn't look as though there's anybody talking. There we go. Somebody keyed up, nobody talked. Maybe someone will talk in a minute. But if you noticed, it is working, it's holding Zello. Oh, it started automatically. It says auto run, I don't need that to disable. No, nobody's going to talk on it now I've got it here. That is annoying. Nobody is talking. Figures that. So I do a video, and there was plenty of people on here earlier, and then, oh hang on, let's turn it off. And nobody now is talking. So what we're going to do is turn that device off. Normally it was absolutely chock-a-block this afternoon on Channel 0. I was chatting to my friend Rian in South Africa, and a couple of other people. And the belt clip is a clip-on one. I'll just take it off, very easy to get off. This one, you just pull that up, and the battery swings out. And in there I got a gift gaff SIM card that's in here. The battery, it claims it's 3,500 milliamp. One guy had one of these batteries, polymer batteries, blow and go bang. And he was there basically smashing the radio up and saying it was rubbish, it was weak, and it was prone to breaking. The problem is with this type of plastic, it's great until you crack it or chip it, and then it does literally fall apart. It's strong, but once you do damage it, the whole case becomes very fragile, and you can pull it apart with your hands. But providing you don't damage it in the first place, it's perfectly fine. Now this one was bought by a company. They had it a year, but never used it. You can tell that the charging contacts are new, but it looks as though they were charging it with a jack underneath. I think they then decided it wasn't really viable to use these because they didn't have the charging dock. So apparently they went for something else, so they told me. And I said I'd take one, but it must be the best one of the 3 that they had for sale. And this was the one that came. So that's the way it is. And what you do, the battery fits into here. Yeah, into there. And then you clip it down like that. The clip, you just spread it apart slightly. Now I don't know how to put it on. Oops, I'm so stupid I can't work out and remember how to put it on now. And that just slides on. Oops, it didn't clip. It didn't clip on. Oops. Yeah, I'm just not very good when it comes to hands. I'm afraid. Ah, it did then. So that's that. That little stubby aerial, basically it's just a metal stub in there. It doesn't even go all the way up from what I gather. It's basically just a stub antenna. It goes up to about here. Yes, you know, it's almost like no point in it being there. It's more for show than anything, I think. But that's it. And that just screws into the top. Like that. And that's how it all works. When I turn that on, Zello starts up automatically, which is what I wanted. And then I can just exit if I just want it not to start up. But since I'll be using it for Zello, I'm not using it for anything else. There is Echolink, and I can show you that Echolink actually works on it, just to prove a point. You hold it for about 5 seconds, unkey that web key, and it should boot up. You might have to hold it for 10 seconds, I can't bloody remember now. Oh no, it's the green one, I think. Can't remember how I turned it on now. Perhaps it is the red one now. Looks as though it's not booting up, it was just now, so I don't know what's happened there. That's funny, it's not going. Doesn't seem to be working now. Obviously I must... Oh, I haven't got the battery in properly. What a dickhead. I've actually not got the battery in properly. No wonder it doesn't bloody work. It ain't going to work like that, is it? There's a special... there's a special way of putting this battery in. And if you don't put it in, it won't start. It's just trying to get everything together. There we go. You hold the red button in for 5 seconds. And then you release it. And then the welcome screen comes up. That's right. Well, this happened. I didn't have the battery in the bottom properly, so it wasn't lining up. I'm not very good at taking things apart, is the problem. So what we'll do now is we'll wait for that to unload, and then I'll show you that Echolink does work. The only thing you have to be wary of with Echolink is not to key up on it. If you key up on Echolink without disabling Zello, you have to shut Zello down inside the app. You have to put forced stop. When you press that, it will work. Because if you try to test it in Echolink, what will happen?
Welcome to the Echolink test server. This server records your transmissions and plays them back to help you adjust your transmitted and received audio. Please feel free to connect as often as you like.
200. November Radio 4575 44 today 132. Good evening.
See what's happened now? You can hear Zello.
Yeah, good evening.
Zello is on here now.
Where are you you from?
They're not even transmitting on Echolink. The reason why is because what you need to do...
I know this is Rian Romeo, India Alpha Alpha November, and the QTH, a place called Coles River, about 40 kilometers from Cape Town. Give me some.
That's my friend Rian. Oh, maybe he was on Echolink then. No, he wasn't. He's on Zello. So remember to turn the Zello off first. The way you do that is you go into apps.
I'm new to this, as you can probably tell.
Go into apps, click Zello, and then you press force stop. Do not press uninstall. And you go back by pressing the back button. You then press Echolink. Echolink goes on. Echo test, connect. Says try again later. Don't know what it says that for. Oh, I didn't. It doesn't always work, this screen, for some reason. Oh God, it's not working now. Oh, it's now it's not connected. It says connection has failed. Don't know why that is. It was working just now. No types. Repeaters. My friend from England. See, it's, there it is.
Yeah, no problem, Martin. Enjoy your evening. Will you be on later?
See, that is Echolink 2E0 EVP repeater. It's the most common one used on here. Oh, he's gone.
I'll be monitoring after 11. I'll be monitoring on here, but won't be talking.
So you can't hear Martin.
From 11
I think he's
actually,
the person that runs this virtual repeater.
Roger. And one final question, Martin. Sorry. Is this linked to RF? What's this receiving over? Linked to All-Star and Echolink. The WWARP. And get out, dog. He's trying to get in the car. And yeah, an All-Star. So it's going from All-Star into Echolink over.
Yeah, so this is going into a repeater live called All-Star. That is the minimum volume.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you go. I'll catch you later.
I'm not able to get it to go down anymore on Echolink. It's a particular fault with Echolink. So what we'll do is we'll press end. Press that again. It should come up with. Oh no, you've got to press the back button. When you do that, it says you want to exit the application. Yes. So Echolink does work. Yes, it's a bit loud. The volume does work, but it doesn't seem to want to go down. I don't know. We turn that down, but that's the bell, so the ringer volume. So I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've got. There is a fault I know with Echolink with the volume not going down enough on this app. I have heard of that. If you connect this to a Bluetooth headset, you don't get that problem, which is probably how I'm going to be using it, even when I'm walking about. So I don't think I'll be pushing this thing up to my face. I'll be using a Bluetooth half over the ear, so I can actually see the screen and do things. Anyway, that's an introduction into the Shure F25. And yes, it does take one of those weird microphones with the pins on. And so I say it's brand new. The guy said it was used, but I don't think it was. Well, let's just say it's lightly used. I can't find a mark on it, apart from one small tiny scratch where the charger USB plug has been in. and that can happen because it's a small hole to get the plug into. But I think this is excellent. I've been using it. The only thing is the keyboards on these are so tiny on the screen. You had to press almost a letter before it to get the right one because of the shape of your finger. But I did. Somebody taught me how to do it over the internet. They said aim for the button before the one you want. If you do that, then you will hit the right one. They were right, of course, and I've got it done. So there you are, the Shure F25, front and back camera. I think they're 5 meg, I'm not sure. You can buy a charging dock for £50. You can also buy a spare battery, that's 50 as well. And since I only paid a third of what this costs, it was 80, they're normally 240, this particular model. I could afford later on to get a battery and get the charger dock. If I wanted, it just depends. It's only going to get used up my sister's, so I'm not going to bother with the portable microphone. So there you are, an introduction to Shure 24. I think it's Android 6 on it. Might be Android 5, I don't know. I couldn't remember what it was. But there you are, 73's Shure F25. And I hope you like the video from the